to post a link to his social media of a movie that apparently show hate to the Jewish community. They did not react to it as well. Um, as I'm not sure what he thought, honestly. But we get to realize that New York has a lot of Jewish people that supports that team. Adam Silver is Jewish as well, the commissioner of the NBA. The Brooklyn Nets wanted him to apologize at first, but Kyrie Irving was not willing to. He put out a statement, but he never did say, I apologize. So the Brooklyn Nets went ahead and suspended him for a minimum of 5 games. And then that later on that night, he did put out a lengthy apology on his Instagram account. So, gentlemen, it's been a lot going on with Kyrie Irving. Not just this, but other situations as well. Is it time for the Nets to move on from Kyrie Irving? And Jordan, I'm gonna start with you because I'm interested in to
Yeah.
hear what you have to say.
Right. So good evening. Like everyone who's watching. Yes, and Freddie, you're right. Me and you did go back and forth in in the group chat last evening, and yeah, I mean, I know he came out and said the Earth is flat. That was the first, hiccup, and then the whole vaccination. He didn't want to play. But when he came out with the whole like the post, because I didn't see the post because he took it down that same day or like the next day. So I didn't get to see the post, but I saw the ESPN back and forth with Nick. I forget his last name, Nick for something. In that press conference, and I was like, okay, not again with Kyrie. But I saw that press conference when they were like, "Oh, are you promoting the tweet?" And I mean, listen, yes. I mean, I do want to watch the film myself. I think it's on Amazon Prime still, or Amazon Video. But yes, like I said in my podcast too. Like, yes, Kyrie has a huge following compared to all of us combined. Obviously, whatever he tweets is going to be tweeted as a promotion, but it's not like I think my point was I thought he put it out there for like educational purposes, like for people to watch it. Dan if you do, Dan if you don't want to watch it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he said, I hate Jews, I hate da 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 da. And now you said to Miles Leonard, like that was a whole different subject. I mean not subject, but he called somebody that I'm not gonna say on this air because it's very offensive. It's kind of like calling a black person an N-word, but towards them. And I think he wasn't really. I mean, I don't believe he wasn't educated, but he said he wasn't educated on the purpose of the word. Which, okay, out of all words, why you say that? But the difference with that, Kyrie, he loves all people. He's a human, and and people are saying, oh, if it was Tom Brady, would I be had there? I mean, obviously, yeah, because I mean, if you said something that, oh, if slavery wasn't a thing, yeah, like what? Tom Brady, okay, yeah, it'll be the same hate. But Kyrie, I don't know. I'm not kind of defend him, but like, it's like, damn, it's like okay, what if he tweeted the Jeffrey Dahmer thing with no context? Doesn't mean he supports cannibalism, right? It means he wants to put it out there so people can watch it. Obviously, it's anti-Semitism. There's a lot of anti-Semitic stuff in it. And Kyle Edwards, he actually made a good point. I think he wanted to highlight one part of the movie where it's about black aesthetic Jews, but he didn't really put that. He didn't promote that. He put it the whole thing, and that's where it kind of like blew up. And so but I know Freddie, you kind of have some choice words for Kyrie. Apparently, you can't forgive him about this, but obviously he has time to make up for it and talk to the Jewish community, get them on the same page, and I think he's willing to do it.
Before I unleash a lot of things I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna let Doug have the floor.
That's my reaction too. Like,
I'm a little bit older, so I've seen this movie a few times. Um, let me just let me put this analogy up. If I have the biggest drug dealer in my family and I know what they've done, they sold drugs, all right? Um, and I know he's gone to jail. But if I come back and say, hey, this is my family and I love him, am I wrong? Because I know what he's done, but that's my family. So I love him. I don't know the extent of the relationship between the person that made the movie and Kyrie. I don't know that. I don't know if it's been documented. And I may be wrong here, but if it has been documented, Kyrie has never been a racist type dude. He's known for a lot of things. One of the things that he is not is a racist type dude. So for that's the wrong accusation. I'm throwing up conspiracy theory here. If he knows that person that made the movie, couldn't it be he just showing support for his friend, not the actual movie? It could be just for what Jordan just said. It could be for educational purposes. I personally, because there's a lot of talk going on, I don't know exactly what part of the movie or what actually did he say, or is it because of guilt, because of association? I don't know. What Freddie just said, though, is what needs to be understood. Two major things. New York City, there are a lot of Jewish people.
Yep.
Number two, and most importantly, the commissioner of the NBA is a Jew. And because of that, the Nets did what they did. Kyrie comes out with his statement. I saw that. But the statement wasn't good enough. Adam Silver then comes in, puts out a statement and say, hey, I'm going to talk to Kyrie myself because he's super offended. So the Nets suspended him, and depending on what Kyrie says, this thing, notice the wording now, he is suspended at least 5 games. This thing could turn into, you may not see him in a Brooklyn Net uniform again. That because one thing I noticed, and I don't know, and to those that are watching, look, I've learned in the last 2 or 3 years when the Jewish community gets together, you cannot offend them in any shape or form because they are united and they will come after you immediately and you will pay a price. That's just the bottom line. No, I don't know why Fred is starting off with this because this can go all night. To be
It
honest,
could. It really could.
when the when the when the when the most of the I hate to say it, most of the Caucasian community, you cannot do that with them as well because they are the majority, and you're gonna pay a price for that. Unfortunately for the African American community, we can't never get on the same page. We all get offended for white people or anybody else other than ourselves using the N word, but at the same time, we calling ourselves that. So it can't be that serious. But when you come at the Jewish community and these anti-type statements or anti-type movements or whatever you're saying,
Right.
ladies and gentlemen, your career is just about over. I'm just being serious because look what has happened to him. Nike just pulled back. He's lost so many endorsements. They were just getting ready to come out with his shoe. That's gone. The Nets have pretty much halfway pulled the plug. Nobody's not. If we saw the game, you saw people sitting in the front row in disappointment. If you mess up with the brand in any shape or form, you are going to pay a hefty price. Colin Kaepernick is a prime example. You mess with the brand, you're going down. Now the question is going to be, uh, what happens with with the commissioner once he talks to Kyrie. But I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't know what actually he said. I don't know what he actually agreed with about the movie. All we know is he posted the link. Now that's all I know. Now if somebody else knows something, then so be it. But depending on, I know he didn't apologize. He said it. He didn't apologize at first. Now people was after he said he's sorry. Now it's not good enough. Even the apology, I don't think it's right in the first place. I just don't know exactly what I know what he linked, but I don't know exactly what he said or what he agrees with. That's what I don't know.
Well, what
Yeah,
Doug?
my thing is like with Douglas, like you hit it on the spot, like on the nail. But I guess my question is, if he didn't really call any, other than the movie he promoted, why should he have to apologize? I mean, I know it's not like he came out on a post that this community is horrible. Da, 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 da. It's not like he said anything like you said, Douglas. He's never been called a racist before. He's always loved every walks of life. He's very spiritual. So I don't think that why. I mean, take the basketball out of it because people say, "Oh, he makes money. Why he just shut up and dribble, just play basketball." So why, if he just was a regular, human being, just not balling, like why? If he didn't say anything hateful, but he promoted anti-Semitic, movie that's meant towards the Jews, but I mean, why would he have to apologize? I think that's his stance. Like why? I mean, I saw the apology that he put out. It wasn't real. It's not. I don't think there was a PR team that wanted get it out there. But actually, I think he know deep down inside what he feels, and obviously, like he's open to meet with the Jewish community and learn about what they're about. And like you said, the only thing I'll fault him on is you're right. That Brooklyn community is heavily Jewish. I have friends that live in that area. A lot of Hasidic Jews that live in that area. That's where he's messed up at. But yeah, he should apologize. But I don't think in a way why should he? In a sense where he didn't call anybody out or didn't call anybody names or wasn't really
I want to respond to Doug because Doug, the problem is we don't know what side Kyrie Irving's on.
Yes.
When he posted that link, he didn't come out after the link. He didn't say, "Oh, I support this movie. Oh, I support everything that happened." Or he didn't say, "Oh, I don't support this." Hey, ladies and gentlemen, don't be like this. That's the problem. When you lead to people to question, you're promoting a movie that have hate towards another community. And one thing that we have to be careful, if you're promoting to be pro-black, pro-white, pro-whatever, you just have to make sure you don't do it so much that you're offending another community. You definitely have to be careful with that.
See, I almost need to just eliminate myself from this right now because although what you just said is 100% true, and I apologize for cutting in, Freddie, but just as well as I know that just ain't just 100% true.
It's not. It
Because,
shouldn't be all like pro. It shouldn't be that.
because you can say what you want to say and do what you want to do if it's against a certain group. And I ain't calling out no names because that's been going on for a long time, if you understand what I'm saying. And the penalty is not the same. For instance, go ahead, Fred. I'm sorry. I don't mean to go. Well, I'll come back to that. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, 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 no. I know where you're coming from, but I definitely agree with you. But for us to have, if we won't change in America, in this world, because like I said, it is. We know equality is not there. We know that's 100% true. We see that on an everyday basis.
Mhm.
But In order for us to have equality, guess what? It has to be all around. Kyrie Irving, I'm gonna just be like this, man. Kyrie Irving at times seem like and he said it before. Basketball is not his priority. It's not. Kyrie Irving comes off as an individual that wants to act like he knows more than the world. That's what it seemed like. He came out and said he was the voice of the voiceless when the pandemic was at its strongest. But guess what, Kyrie? You really, it's hard to be the voice of the voiceless in your position. You know why? Because us three in this panel right now, at the end of the day, we have to do a 9 to 5 job. We have to go to work. We have to make a sacrifice. You don't. That problem is you don't have to go through what we have to go through. But my thing is, and I'm trying to keep this because
It's impossible. It's impossible.
There's so many different angles you can come at this at. Like
No,
so many. Like
see,
we can talk about it for a long
this is
time.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I get the intention for what I'm going to bring up because it's a current player right now in his craft compared to a retired player. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about strictly, and we have to be careful as podcasters putting stuff out there because we're part of the media on a smaller level, whatever, but people listen to us. So that's why I was saying I don't know what he said, what he agrees with. I know the link that he put out on that.
Right.
But just to show the inequality from the media, this is what I'm talking about, from the media perspective. Brett Favre is nothing to talk about. We know where the money he took it from. We know what he did with it. How many weeks did we get coverage on this?
Probably like a week or two, maybe not even that.
It wasn't even a week.
Like a couple days.
Kyrie is going to be on TV for the next 2-3 weeks, and it's off a link. We don't know what he agrees with.
Right.
We don't know if it's a friendship for his partner and support for his partner making the film. We don't know what he agrees with, but yet we have the facts of Brett Favre taking away money from welfare, from the system of welfare, and nothing has been said. In Mississippi, they still don't even have clean water. Come on, man. The money that he took the money that he took is given to the university could have been the money that Mississippi could have been using trying to get, Michigan, send that money to Michigan, to Flint, Michigan, to try to get some clean water. It's been 8-9 years. Good Lord. Nobody said nothing about Brett. But everybody got to go off a link. We know those are the facts, at least what I know. Let somebody else know, I'm down with it. It's a link. We don't know what he agrees with, but the penalty that he's receiving is as if he wrote the movie.
Right. That's the point.
It's as if he wrote the movie, produced it. I mean, I don't know.
Hold on. I agree with a lot of stuff you just said, Doug, but brother, like I know. Kyrie Irving. Okay, for example, me and Jordy can post the same link on our social media feed. Guess what's going to happen? Not too much of nothing. Just not too much of nothing.
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving is in a situation. He makes millions of dollars. He has millions of dollars sponsorship from Nike. He has millions of dollars from the Brooklyn Nets. He is a basketball player. He is in a lot of in the world. There's kids that look up to these guys. The problem is that we don't know what Kyrie Irving, what side he's on. Honestly, he didn't say it. All that we know is that he's promoting this movie.
I don't think he's.
That's fact. That's
I don't
fact,
think
Jordan.
I don't think he's promoting it. Promoting it would be just like,
Bro.
oh, watch this. He'd be like, watch
No,
this.
Jordan, no. If
No,
I share a
that's
movie on my Facebook link
that's
right
where I have the
now,
problem.
that's me promoting a movie. That's advertising. That's me promoting a movie, right or wrong.
And the reason why it's promoting because he's has a big following and people watch whatever thing he posts.
No.
It's
Me
not a
and you can
promotion.
promote something. No,
But-
me and you can promote something.
Well, why?
Right?
So why don't they go after Amazon for putting the content out
That's
there?
to put it out. So
I
my
agree.
other question is, should he pay the price? Even though I understand what you said, Freddie.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
understand
true.
what you're saying too,
If
Freddie.
me, you, and him put the link out, it's like, okay, oh well. But
Well, people might.
my
People
question
might report me.
my question is, the price that he is paying, what is the foundation of the price? Speculation. We're guessing what we're guessing what he said. It reminds you of Kaepernick. Everybody thought he disrespecting the flag. No, he wasn't disrespecting
No, he wasn't.
the flag.
No.
He told you what it was.
Hold on, Doug. Let's put
It was good.
clarification on that. The Brooklyn Nets didn't suspend him for sharing the link. They suspended him for not coming out and apologizing to the Jewish community because they felt that Kyrie was being offensive and harmful to that community. That's the reason why they suspended him.
So we're punishing Kyrie then
For speaking his mind.
Well, for not clarifying, because that's what you had said before. Really.
Basically.
So we're saying for not clarifying what it is, because if you see, that's the problem. We can't go off what we feel like. That's if we go off what we feel like, everybody gonna be in trouble. I mean, it's just as simple. I mean, you just can't do that. Now, I'll be the first to say, and again, for those that may be thinking I'm trying to defend Kyrie, I honestly don't know what he agrees with the film. I just don't know. So I can't speak to it. But
I don't think nobody do, honestly.
I don't think nobody except him. Yeah.
And
but I'm sorry, Freddie. To answer your original question, if I'm the owner of a franchise and you're messing up my brand and you're messing up my money, and I got calls coming into the Brooklyn Nets office, major sponsors saying we're getting ready to pull our money away from you. And it's because of this one individual, then the question becomes, am I going to sacrifice this one individual to keep my money going? Or am I going to keep my money going? Or am I taking the chance to lose money by keeping him on the court? Me, I got to let you go. It's just me.
And let's just put some more clarity to the situation. There's been reports of the last couple of days, whatever, saying that, there's a lot of teams not going to be interested in him because of long term. They said the Lakers the report said the Lakers was not willing to trade for him this summer because they didn't want to commit to him long term. And it really sucks, you guys, because we all know the type of player Kyrie Irving is. He's one of the best point guards in this league. But the problem is he's not committed to basketball. This is a guy, after he left LeBron, he went to Boston, did what he did in Boston, told the fans that he was committed, but then reality, he wasn't really committed to them. Then he went to Brooklyn to team up with Kevin Durant. And then he came out and said, I'm not playing because KD was out the first season. He said, if KD not playing, I'm not playing. He missed most of that season. They hired Steve Nash as their head coach. Him and Kevin Durant both came out and said that we don't need a coach. Well, Kyrie Irving said it, but Kevin Durant pretty much supported what Kyrie Irving said. And then when the whole COVID-19 situation was going on, Kyrie Irving he did his own thing. He was not willing to do what we always hear what players say. I'm gonna do what's best for the team. Kyrie Irving did not do what's best for the team. He was not willing to do what's best for the team to help that team win a championship. He came out and said that basketball is not important to him, his main importance. So this is a guy that shows you if there's something to pop up that he can go missing. And this is just another example of him missing more time.
Wait, Freddie. So I mean, I don't mean to cut you off, man. I got a question for you.
Hold on. My last point.
Okay.
I'm getting tired of talking about Kyrie Irving. I'm just ready just to move on, and I want to hold the national media account. You know, you always talk about the Lakers, how dysfunctional we are, calling us, trash and all that. Can we please be consistent? This is worse than what the Lakers got going on. The Lakers got basketball problems.
Yeah.
This here is a whole nother dynamic. I'm sick and tired of watching ESPN, all these people not being consistent. It breaks my nerves. It really do.
Yeah. So I was gonna cut you free, right? So like, just put yourself in like Kyrie shoes as a basketball player, right? You got a lot of stuff going on in this world. People getting gunned down, police brutality. You ain't gonna. Are you just gonna play and shut up and play? You're gonna have. Are you gonna speak out?
Jordan,
Because
it's a difference. It's always not what you do, Jordan. It's how you do it. He get paid to do a job, brother.
right.
I get paid to do a job during the week. Now, him as a basketball player, because guess what? You take Kyrie Irving off the NBA, what is he, brother? Just be honest. What is he?
It's a regular
He
citizen.
loses the support. He's not who we look up to. The brand. You know why? You know what's the main thing about when he was in the bubble was when the players was thinking about when they was talking about doing all the protests. They was the wondering what do we do. But remember, Chris Paul and them had the conversation with former President Barack Obama. They're like, no, stay. You need to stay there with the NBA with that platform.
Right.
Use your platform for its ability. That's why this upcoming Tuesday there's no games. Why? Because of the election that's coming up. So Kyrie Irving has to learn how to chew bubblegum and walk at the same time. That's my thing. I appreciate if you're going to stand up for equality in the world for people in the world. I understand that, but guess what? You can do both.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
I
touching.
mean, there. I mean, it's you can take a lot of different angles at this. I just think that Kyrie, it's like there's has been reports or like I've seen it on Twitter and stuff that he's like does stuff for the community. He's a
It's
community person. Like it's like he's just getting in the media. He's just getting chewed up in the media. Like it's just like
But
it
it's
he's
sucks.
giving them that reason though.
or
He's
is
giving them
or
that
I
reason.
is it
think
or is it reputation?
The
Past
reputation exactly.
it's reputation.
Well,
Got a
then
reputation.
if that is the case, and I understand he has his sheet is not white. He has some stains on it. Ain't no doubt about that. But we gotta be real careful on what we jump on. I'm not talking about you guys per se. I'm just saying
Yeah.
as a country as a whole, this guilty before innocent um angle that everybody loves to take this speculation
Mhm.
uh, without knowing all what you really need to know before you come to judgment. We getting into a real
Like
bad
touchy. Yep.
place because I done seen guys lose careers because of speculation, and this is looking like the beginning of the end. And although Freddie is right by saying that basketball is not numero uno to him, but at the same time, you still can't you can't destroy this man even just from the opportunity alone. And some may say, well, he ruined his own opportunity. Well, I until I see what he actually agrees with, and by now he wouldn't tell you the truth anyway, because he's still trying to make sure that he get his money and play somewhere. So he ain't gonna tell you the truth in the first place. Now, even if he did, it'll be just like real foolish. But we gotta be real careful on
Yeah.
how we putting people out, suspensions, everything else. I mean, we got to be real careful. This is a different time. It's not like it was 10, 15 years ago. I mean, you can say the wrong sentence and you can be gone. I mean, it's just, and I hate to see that for real. I just hate to see it.
I
And
think
even
I.
LeBron
Mhm.
James, he spoke after the game last night.
Well,
They
that's
asked
how
him
they
about
tried to
the
trap him, Freddie. You know that.
uh,
They
yeah, they
tried to
asked
trap
him
him.
They
yeah,
tried
they
to
asked
pin him.
him about the Kyrie Irving situation. And he said, I don't condone any hate to any kind. any race to Jewish, Black, Asian communities. What Kyrie Irving did was cause some harm to a lot of people. I don't stand on his position to harm people. I don't respect it. Um, I don't know. I mean, I just
LeBron, who's a world star
Mm-hmm.
and got a lot of money tied to him, and he knows that in this situation, he has to take a hard stance because if he just everybody know he like Kyrie and that's fine, but he had to take a hard stance because if he would have said the exact wrong thing, trust me, you would have heard some folks talking about taking money from him as well. It just ain't no question
Yeah.
about
Oh
it.
yeah. If you can't on
He
the press,
had
oh, that's my
he
boy.
had
That's.
to
I
come out and
mean, of
say
course I'm gonna. Yeah.
he had to say
Yep.
I don't stand for it, I don't like it, I don't respect it. You can't come out no harder than that. Now at the
Right.
same time, we all know LeBron's subject to a text Kyrie at the same time, and got what's going on with them straight or called them one, but it is amazing they tried to trap him, Freddie. That's all they was.
Yeah, and then also I saw a press conference, or like an interview with Kyrie. I think was it Thursday or Friday, and like, it was like the question was kind of cut off from the reporter, but he was like, "Where were y'all at when I was in middle school or in elementary school when my ancestors were buried? 300 million people were buried on this soil right here. Like, where were y'all at when that happened?" He said, "Like, I'm a man of my word. I'm a man of the people." And like he like basically said like what I was saying, how like like I'm open to learning, but basically like that's the problem too. Like, outside of basketball, like I feel like in schools and like when I was growing up, I didn't really get to learn about my ancestors and slavery and stuff. So maybe he's coming from a standpoint where growing up, I mean, where were those people at when our ancestors were being buried, killed in this country? So, but now when he posts a tweet or about a tweet, just a link, now people want to get on him. So,
Let
but
me
like,
pause right here, Fred. I'm sorry.
yeah,
Let me say this to the group that's in here. I don't know where y'all watching from, but what you just listened to and what you just saw, you're listening to. This is good. I don't even know Jordan at all. This is my first time talking to him.
yeah, man, how you
I
doing?
know Freddie. I know Freddie. But what you just saw is real professionalism on this, because this is it's not a middle ground situation. Why ain't y'all sharing this? Hello in the group here. Somebody look, y'all need to share this stuff. What you're listening to is folks that's kind of walking on the edge here. I'm about to talk to Freddie when it's over with. Don't invite me to your show and put me in Front Street because I don't want to be reported. I got my own show I'm trying to keep on Facebook and YouTube, and you putting me in the fish grease starting off. I don't like it. I mean, I can handle it, but I don't like it. And I mean, I'm cool with it. But y'all people, y'all need to share this. And maybe we need to talk about this some more because it's so many layers
There's so
to
many
this.
levels to this, man.
It's so many layers to this. But again, Freddie, to answer the original question,
Yeah,
if I'm an owner, I can't let you mess up my brand. And if that means I got to get rid of you, I'm gonna do it. I want more billions. I don't want to be subtracted to become a millionaire again.
right.
I want to stay where I'm at. If I'm a billionaire now, I want to stay a billionaire. I don't want to come down. And if it's you that's making me change my status from a billionaire to a millionaire, I got to get rid of you. So I that's the bottom line. And whether it's right or wrong, I have to do what's in the best interest for my fan base. I don't want to come to an empty arena. And if I got people that's showing on wearing t-shirts on the front row saying we don't like anti-Semitic statements, I got to do something about it as an owner. So to answer your question, Freddie, is it time for Brooklyn to get rid of him? Yeah, because it's not gonna get any better. It's not gonna get
He's had at least 5 games, so like he can be out.
if he did 5 games, that's not enough. If he did 10 games, it won't
If
be
he
enough.
has to talk to like the Jewish community and do these
They don't
classes,
believe him anyway. They
Yeah.
don't believe him anyway. They will believe him like because he just saving face.
Right.
That's just the bottom line. They're not gonna
It's
believe.
definitely not like a black or white thing. It's just like a matter about what you stand on and what your beliefs are in this one. It's not like, it's not like anything black or white or, Asian or whatever. It's all about what you believe in, and like this is all it's about. What you believe in, what angles you take this from. So
Let's
so many
move
different
on
layers.
from that point guard to another point guard on the West Coast
Mm-hmm.
by the name of Russell Westbrook.
Oh man.
You guys know, beginning of this season, it was not good for him. Um, there was talk of around the league from GMs that I read that this could be his last stop in the NBA because Russ was playing bad. We knew what he did last year, and he didn't start off too great this year. But Darvin Ham was willing to make a move that I think nobody thought that would be made. I mean, it was talked about. I mean, you can talk about it, but are you going to be about it? And obviously, he was about it.
Mhm.
And he brought Russell Westbrook off the bench. And I must say, Russell Westbrook looks good, you guys, off the bench. He's being a spark to this team. He's shooting the ball better. He's still turning the ball over here and there, but hey, we can live with what Russ has given us. Um, he's nearly averaging a triple double off the bench, and at times he's the spark plug of this team. At times, shooting the three ball much better. You know, but did this move save his career in your eyes, Doug?
I don't think his career was in jeopardy in the first place. To me, he just need to. He just need. He's the player that he cannot be a second option on down. Is I said that at the beginning. His game is not suited for that. All they need to do is trade him to a team where he can be the man, and you would see a triple double every night. That's the reason why he's doing so well coming off the bench, because what Darvin Ham did is made it very clear that when he comes in the game with this second unit, you pretty much just let him do what he want to do and just get open. He'll find you. You know, everybody want to say he a ball hawk. Well, you can't average a triple double for a year, 2 straight years, and be considered a ball hawk. He's not that. What he is a scoring guard. He's really not a point guard. He's a scoring guard, and he can pass the ball. So, did it save him? I believe it saved him from not getting traded. I don't think he's going to be traded. I think that's the real question. All this talk about him leaving L.A. You can't do it now. We talking right now. He's going to be the sixth man of the year. It ain't even no question. I mean, who else is it? Maybe I mean this. I mean he is getting a good rhythm. Now the problem with the Lakers, we want to get basketball somebody. Darvin Ham is letting him close out games too. Well, again, he can't. He's in a rhythm. He's in a better rhythm, but the closeout belongs to AD and LeBron. He's not a good third option at all. He still can't do that. But for what Darvin has done, and most importantly, for Russell accepting it,
Hmm.
which is the big thing, Russell Westbrook accepting it, that's the headline news, because he wasn't with it at the first, because this is not the first time we heard about it. He started kind of moaning and griping and complaining. Now he done fell in line, if you want to say it like that, and now look what's going on. He was the turnaround for the team winning these couple games that we won. If you ask me, you can just tell. So yes, it saved his LA Laker career. I don't think his career was over in the first place.
All right, Jordan.
Yeah, I mean, Douglas said it better than me. I mean, when at 120, 117 went over the Pelicans, Westbrook came off the bench, had 13 points and two or 6 assists, 7 rebounds. I mean, what 6 for 10 from the field goal, 1 for 4 from the 3 point. But I mean, he was doing things that if he wasn't scoring, he was helping out in other areas. Passing the ball, getting rebounds like he's done in OKC. Not to that kind of level because he was a lot younger in that time. In the Jazz game, when we lost 116 to 130, I mean, still Westbrook had a good game, like 26 points off the bench. He had 3 rebounds and 6 assists. He was still dishing out boards. So I think every Lakers fan, every NBA fan is excited that this Darwin Hand experiment of him coming off the bench is working because we all know that Russell cannot, since Russell is kind of like a ball dominant player and playing with LeBron, another ball dominant kind of still, it wasn't going to work out in the starting rotation. But him coming off the bench playing with that second rotation, I think, especially with Austin Reeves, Trent Brown, um, who else am I missing? I mean, Nunn's kind of
Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan, who was a hero for that game against sent it into overtime. So, yeah, I mean, I think this kind of saves. I mean, I want to see more, a couple more games of him on the bench. Because I know we need some shooting. Because I mean, I know the Warriors are kind of like they're playing bad right now, but with teams like that with shooting and like we need to. I mean, obviously, if we defend well, we can still put up points, but we need to, if we have a 25, 50-point lead, we have to, get that lead up more, get that to a 30-point lead. You know what I'm saying? And but with Russell off the bench, I mean, it definitely gives us an extra boost and confidence to that second rotation. So, but and then I think there are some spurts where he did play with LeBron in like the third, fourth quarter. He was still like dishing out alley oops to AD, dishing out alley oops to LeBron James, getting on the fast break. A couple fouls here and there. I think the real problem is I don't know why because Beverly, I know he's a good defender, but he can't score. So I think we need to like let him go because, but for his defense, we will keep him. But for scoring, he can't really do anything for scoring. Like he can't shoot. But yes, Russell Westbrook has been doing good off the bench, and I want to see where this leads to.
I'm gonna tell you one thing that I've noticed. It's not just him that sacrificed. I think LeBron has sacrificed as well. I've seen him in the game, and they're letting Russ run the offense. They do the pick and roll between him and LeBron, him and AD. So they're letting him have free range. You guys have talked about Russ, okay? I want to talk about an individual uh, that's in LA that right now I don't know what's going on with him, but he has not looked good, and it got to be said, you guys. It do. LeBron James, what's going on, bro? I understand that you said you had some type of virus earlier last week and early in the week, but hey, man, if you sick, you might need to sit down and get. We wish you good luck to get better because what I've seen, especially yesterday game, last night game, you're not aggressive. You're not knocking down shots. Your 3-point shot is way off, but you keep shooting it like you on. I'm like, man, why do you keep shooting? He is short. Um, I've never seen him miss these many layups um, in his career. He's missing layups, you guys. I've never seen that from LeBron. And if you're sick, I know he's dealing with a foot thing. Hey, just go ahead, take a couple days off, get better, because we really need you at least 90 to 100%. Because we that in order for this team to win.
Right.
Kendrick Nunn have lost his minutes to Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan is coming here to shown that he can shoot the ball. And you know what, Jordan?
Mhm.
It's easy to attack the Lakers and say that they don't have shooting.
Right. Right.
I think that they do have enough shooting. And the reason being I said that is because it's taken them a while, but they're coming around. Troy Brown can shoot the three. Lonnie Walker, who's been big for us. I criticized them for letting the Malik Monk walk out the door, but seemed like they got somebody that can replace the same impact that Malik Monk brought, but play defense as well. So they got lucky on that one. Um, they Austin Reeves looked like he's improved on his three. Their biggest thing is they have to play defense every night. We seen it last night. But if we can't stop nobody, we don't have a chance. We have to depend on our defense. We have to be a top five, top six defensive team every night. And it starts with Anthony Davis. Kudos to him. He's battling through a back injury. He's playing through it. This isn't the same AD we've seen the last couple of years that He'll take off 2 weeks, put on the Jordan, put on the Versace, put on all that, uh, and let the media criticize him. Um, the thing I would like to see us do, I think we do need another big though. I don't know how you guys feel. I'm not satisfied in Jones. I wasn't too satisfied in Thomas Bryant in the preseason. I think we just need a good quality big
I
that
think he's hurt,
can.
Thomas Bryant.
Yeah, he got a thumb injury, but when he was in preseason, I was like, huh. But I think in Gabriel, one thing about him, he do hustle, he do compete. But I think we need a big body down the middle. That way, AD don't have to bang every night, where somebody can go in there and get you 10, 11 rebounds a night. Let AD play the four because he's a mixed match. I definitely think that's what we need to look for. And if we was able to get a Miles Turner, somebody like that, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm more interested in a Miles Turner now than a Buddy Hield because we know what Buddy Hield's gonna bring. But Miles Turner brings he's a versatile big, somebody who can play in
Yeah.
the middle. You can put on the 3-point line. He played defense, and you don't have to play AD at the five. But that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, I mean, Miles Turner, even I think on Woj's podcast, said, I mean, hey, if I was a Laker, I'll make this move.
He just trying to get himself out of Indiana.
But you saw the interview,
Yeah,
you saw that. I
yeah,
mean, hey, I mean, he's basically saying, hey, if I'm the GM, sign me, I'm ready. Like, yeah, I
Doug,
mean,
do
and I do agree because
you want
he
to say
does give
anything else on that?
he does give shooting a lot of Miles Turner, even though he's shooting big, they're gonna stretch the floor out. I mean, like you're right, like you need another center who can relieve the pressure off of AD. Because AD, I mean, even if he is going off AD, like when he goes on the bench, you need somebody who can come off the bench when he's resting. And plus he's a stretch. I say he's a stretch five, stretch four, Miles Turner, so he can give us that shooting ability. And yeah, I like that.
We need him, but they're not gonna trade him to us. I mean, the whole thing is, see, what's messing. The thing that's messing all that up is Russell Westbrook because
Mm-hmm,
he's playing well. So,
mm-hmm,
I mean, what do you? I mean, what are the trade? I think we probably going to have to look somewhere else, and maybe even free agency. There's a name that's out there. Of course, you can't depend on them. I mean, it's too many street clothes people as it is. But make no mistake about it. When AD and DeMarcus Cousins played together, it was special. And he's still out there.
I want
Uh,
to ask a question. This will be the last one because we coming to that hour mark.
okay.
Um, do because I don't know if you guys watch any Dallas's games, the Mavericks games so far, but we had an opportunity last year to make a trade for John Wall and Christian Wood. Christian Wood looks good, y'all. I don't know if y'all seen him,
Oh yeah.
but do you guys think it was a mistake not to do that trade, or are you guys okay with us not doing the trade last year?
It was a mistake because look where you're at now. Number one, with Christian Wood being there, you wouldn't go all the way to the dumps when AD went down. AD goes down now, it's a problem. Uh, if you're talking about Wall, uh, you know, I don't know about that one because we get, you know how I feel about people in street clothes. He definitely is a street clothes All American. Make no mistake about it. Uh, but he's done well so far. Maybe his body so far is healed up because Lord knows he's been off for a whole lot. And he's playing like John Wall. If that was part of it, maybe it would have been worth the wait. But Christian Wood, definitely, I would love to have him without a doubt. So
Yeah.
I like that.
It definitely. I mean, I'll take Christian Woods as well. And John Wall. I mean, he hasn't proved me he can. I mean, obviously, right now he's healthy, but like he hasn't really played, a full, couple seasons here and there. So he's kind of injury prone. But we'll see how he does. I know the season's so early for him. But I mean, maybe if John Wall was 100% healthy, I mean, I would take him too. But Christian Woods, he's been having a good season, so I would definitely that be that big that when 80 is down or 80 is on the bench Christian Wood will step up and play. But yeah, we missed the opportunity to sign him, so or trade for him. So that was a big miss.
And I'll tell you one thing, guys. It's good. It's a good thing to see Russ in good spirits.
Yeah, of
Him
course.
reacting with the fans the way he is, him smiling, rocking the baby, and all that. We didn't see this last year. With him in LA. So it's a good thing to see that his spirits is up and he is in a good mental space because man, you don't have a good season. Um, with LA, it's kind of hard, and I'm not trying to go back um, to the Kyrie situation, but Key just put it in the group chat by Shams that sources says Nets have delivered Kyrie Irving 6 items he must complete to return to the team. He must apologize / condemn the movie, 500K donation to the anti-hate cause, a sensitivity training, ask to miss anti-Semitic training, meet with ADL Jewish leaders, meet with Josiah to demonstrate the understanding.
Yeah,
I, I'm gonna be honest with you.
that's another whole show within itself. So let me stop.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'd be surprised if Kyrie do that.
Marvin Price. I mean, I think Marvin. Yes, he is dominated. Question: we watched AD play.
Marcus, Marvin. I'm gonna answer this for you, brother. Last night, I was disappointed in AD too. The first half, AD eater, man. He either going for 20. He went like 20 points the first half. I think he finished the game with 24. AD at times do not be aggressive like we need AD to be. Just saying.
He's not dominating. He's just a highly skilled player that don't have the attitude that a top 75 player in this game's history should have. He shouldn't even been on the team, to be honest with you. He's highly skilled. I can't take that from him, but dominating, no. That's my thing.
He's not AD like he was in New Orleans. He's not the New Orleans AD that's giving you 30 on a nightly basis.
No.
And I don't know where that went to. We're not even getting the bubble AD. Like if we get the bubble AD, we're fine. We need that. I mean, we're fine. Um, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if the lights have got too bright for him or what, but yeah.
So I mean, so now with Keith's post, like, do y'all agree with all that? What he has to do, or like,
I'm just.
That's another thing for another episode.
I'm just gonna say I don't think he's gonna do it because honestly, I think it's a lot you're asking for him.
It's excessive.
But that's the price you pay.
Yes, yeah.
When people got that X on your back, that's what I'm trying to tell you. When they want you, they can get you. And if these are the criteria for Kyrie getting back or whatever, then this is a little bit too much. This is what you're trying to put words. Your words weren't good enough. So we're gonna make you say our words. We're gonna make you do what we want you to do. We're gonna make you take some of your money away. We want you to meet up with this guy and this guy, and this is what you have to do to keep to possibly stay on this team. I think if this is what it is, even if look, if you gotta do all that, just let them go.
Right. I mean,
just let them go. That's the ultimate way to get it over with.
So it's kind of like the NFL with like protecting their shield. Like I want to return their agenda, you know.
I know we got time, run out of time, but I want to throw this question out there.
Mm-hmm.
If you're Kevin Durant and you're supposed to be the face of this team, and you're sitting back here listening, looking at all this, how do you think he's feeling right now? Like, or how should he feel right now?
He's like, WTF? What is going on? Like, I'm tired of this. I mean,
he's part of the problem. He's part of the problem. He's the one that agreed with Kyrie. He should have stepped out. We talking about what Kyrie should have said when he said he didn't need a coach. He didn't step out and didn't say nothing. He's part of the problem. Over the offseason, let's not forget, He was talking about, I want the coach gone and the general manager gone. That's what Kevin Durant said. He said that. No, he's a part of this problem too. It just ain't Kyrie. It's him too. And what it's doing is he's another great player. Well, what it's also proven is he's not, since Coach Marv just brought up about dominating, Kevin Durant is dominating, but it's obvious he can't shoulder the load for a team. He can't. He ain't carrying nobody nowhere.
You know what? I'm gonna say this too. Is KD's a part of the problem, Kyrie is too, but Josiah is as well. As the owner, Sean Mark, they are the problem because they did not hold nobody accountable from day one, and now all of a sudden you want to hold somebody accountable.
Exactly.
You got to start from the jump street, bro.
It starts from the organization down. You know what I'm saying? So
they should have jumped in KD and Kyrie's grill, but they were too busy because they thought these guys was above everybody, and they should have jumped on when they say we didn't need a coach.
It backfired.
Somebody should have said something right there. You let this baby grow. You didn't hit them when they were puppies. Now they got long teeth like dogs. Now you want to slap them across the hand. It's too late.
Yeah, it's
too late.
It backfired on them for real. But we Sports Empire Network, we're definitely going to continue to update you guys on a lot of the stuff that's going on in NBA, NFL. I wish all of them the best of luck because I don't want to see a brother go out that way. I really don't, and just hope that everything works out in his favor. Shout out to Doug for coming on. Check him out, the Big Time podcast. Doing a lot of great things over there, even though he's talking about the Cowboys. But
what is there to talk about?
A lot of things other than that. A lot of things.
I know we ain't talking about the Rams and the Giants. That's for sure.
I like Marvin's comment. Marvin said Kevin Durant would better be with Westbrook with his passion. I agree because one thing we know about Russ don't care about none of all this stuff. He's there to play ball, and that's all he's going to do. And one thing, Russ, he won't cheat you playing basketball. He gonna show up every night, and he will give you his all. Now the other stuff, he's going to give you more than what Kyrie's giving you now.
But it was Russ that ran him out of Oklahoma City. Come on now.
So you don't think a change or Russ has been through a lot more since then is going to change?
Russ can't play with nobody. Russ got to be the man. And if you go with KD now, KD is more of the man than he ever was. He can't play. He can't play with Westbrook no more. I mean, it just it ain't because Kevin Durant can play with Westbrook, but can Westbrook play with Kevin Durant now? That's the question. And at this stage of Kevin's career, as good as he is now, Russ is not a good number 2 or 3 option. He just not. I agree with Coach Marr that you got the best out of Kevin Durant during that time. I will say that. Because they were dangerous when they were together. No question about that.
And I'm going to tell you, I pray that the Lakers don't get Kyrie because we don't need no added drama onto this. We really don't, y'all.
That lies in the hand of one man, Freddie. You know who.
Oh, we in trouble.
LeBron James. LeBron James will say, I'll watch him and I'll babysit him and I'll change his diapers and I'll give him his pacifier for him. I'll do all that for him. And he'll do just that. I don't want Kyrie on this team because if it's a duck, talk like a duck. It's not a kangaroo. It's not. Everywhere Kyrie has went, he has destroyed organizations, with the exception of Cleveland. And the reason why he didn't destroy that one because LeBron James was the man there.
I'll put it like this: he did towards the end.
Yeah. Exactly.
All of us on this panel we're Lakers fans. All of us are Lakers fans, right?
Yeah.
So hypothetically, if Kyrie does get traded to the Lakers and he brings and he helps us get the championship, do we forgive him or no?
Oh, Lakers fans will.
Lakers will. We will. We want the title, Doc. However way we can get it, we want the title. Yeah, we'll forgive him. We'll forgive him. We forgave LeBron, right?
After all the Kyrie antics right now,
we
we
didn't want
forgive him.
LeBron with us. We didn't want
We
LeBron in
forgave
LA.
Dwight Howard too.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
All he cared about is that ring, baby.
That's it.
That ring, that Aaron Donald ring.
Yeah.
Hey man, I want to shout out to Jordan. Jordan,
man.
shout out your podcast as well, bro.
So I know we're me, Kyle, and Dylan are on the Big Three podcast on Tuesdays, a part of this network, and then also my separate show on Fridays, the JJ Sports Talk Show or JJ Sports Talk, also on Friday. But yeah, check us out. It's not part of the show's not part of that network. It's just my separate podcast, but definitely the Big Three is part of the network every Tuesday around like 7:00, 7:30. Talk about same thing: NBA, NFL, MLB. Yeah, I mean, just follow, and I got some merchandise for my show, so check that out. I think my link tree on my Instagram, it's like JJL_sports talk. No, JJL_sports_talk on my Instagram, and hit that link, and then the merchandise starts there, and then yeah, that's it, man. That's it.
Hey, and Mr. Marvin, I absolutely agree. I said that as well. Shooting way too many threes, too many jump shots. I mean, I know he said earlier the week that he's dealing with some type of virus, but my whole position is that if you're not able to perform the way that we need you to perform, you might need to sit this one out. Let Russ and AD do what they got to do, and let the others do what they got to do. Because we need LeBron to be better. Um, I'm just gonna keep it at that. I'm gonna keep a close eye on it because I have a couple of friend lists on my friend list saying that Father Time um, has caught up to him, and I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm hoping, um, and I'm saying this now because how can you go from what you did last year to this that quick? But yeah. But hey, you guys, this is another episode of Freddie Facts. I'll come and do another show someday very soon. Keep an eye out because we got a lot of great things going on with the network. You guys enjoy the rest of your night. We're out of here, y'all.